Today we're going to start with reading If You Give a Pig a Pancake by Laura Numeroff and illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a pig a pancake, she'll want some syrup to go with it. You'll give her some of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably get all sticky, so she'll want to take a bath. She'll ask you for some bubbles. When you give her the bubbles, she'll probably ask you for a toy. You'll have to find your rubber duck. The duck will remind her of the farm where she was born. She might feel homesick and want to visit her family. She'll want you to come too. She'll look through your closet for a suitcase. Then she'll look under your bed. When she's under the bed, she'll find your old tap shoes. She'll try them on. She'll probably need something special to wear with them. When she's all dressed, she'll ask for some music. You'll play your very best piano piece, and she'll start dancing. Then she'll want you to take her picture, so you'll have to get your camera. When she sees the picture, she'll ask you to take more. Then she'll want to send one to each of her friends. You'll have to give her some envelopes and stamps, and then take her to the mailbox. On the way, she'll see the tree in your backyard, and she'll want to build a tree house. So you'll have to get her some wood, a hammer, and some nails. When the tree house is finished, she'll want to decorate it. So she'll ask for wallpaper and glue. When she hangs the wallpaper, she'll get all sticky. Feeling sticky will remind her of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if she asks for some syrup, she'll want a pancake to go with it. Good morning, I'm Audrey Foster with Nebraska Extension in Custer County, and I'm their summer employee. Today, we're going to be talking all about breakfast. And to begin, I want to discuss some of the myths around breakfast, such as how many of you guys eat breakfast and what does breakfast mean? Breakfast is the longest time between eating, dinner time and in the morning when we eat breakfast. And therefore, it's called breakfast because we are breaking the fast. Is it a myth that we can skip this meal? Yes, because breakfast provides energy. It provides a boost of carbohydrates in the morning that help you to perform at school, in athletics, or other fun activities. Multiple studies have shown that breakfast eaters are more likely to have superior cognitive functioning or good brain functioning, and are likely to have improved concentration and therefore perform better at both school, sports, and other activities. Is it a myth to stay away from sugary cereals? Yes, another myth. Cereal is arguably one of the most eaten breakfast foods in America. It's quick and easy. However, not all cereals contain the same nutritional content. Therefore, some cereals are better for you than others. And the statement to stay away from sugary cereals isn't always correct. So 3 things you need to look for when picking out a cereal include you want a whole grain to be the first ingredient listed on the ingredient list. Next, you want to make sure that your cereal doesn't contain too much sugar. So a sugar should not be listed as one of the first 3 ingredients. And sometimes sugars are sneaky and they go by different names. I mean, sometimes they're blatantly put as sugar, but high fructose corn syrup and hydrogenated oils are other words for sugars that you want to stay away from. And finally, third, you want to make sure that your cereal provides at least 3 grams of fiber per serving. So my wheat crisps here contain 6. Let's see, I believe it's 6. Yes, 6 grams of fiber per serving. So this is a good choice. Also, most breakfast cereals are actually packed with vitamins and nutrients that give you much needed fuel for school. Just choose cereals from whole grains more often than not. So now we are going to bust open foods and find out what nutrients they give you in your daily lives, and even pull some of the nutrients right out of the cereal. Did you know that the same materials that make up the Earth's crust can also be found in your cereal? What are some of the ingredients that make up your breakfast cereal? Just like we can't see everything that's in the Earth's crust, we can't necessarily see all the ingredients that are in our cereal. Science can help us see some of the most common elements though, such as iron. Even though iron makes up less than 5% of the Earth's crust, it can be found in lots of places, such as rocks, cereal, and even your blood. If you've ever seen rocks or dirt that have a red-orange color to them, or tint to them, they most likely contain iron. Iron tends to rust when exposed to oxygen, and then it turns this color. Iron also plays an important role in our bodies. It can be found in our blood and in a form called hemoglobin, and this helps transport oxygen around in our bodies. Our bodies can't produce iron, but it can be naturally found in a lot of our foods, such as meat, produce, or even nuts. And it's so important that our bodies have enough iron that some food makers put in a dash of iron with other food products, such as our fortified breakfast cereal, like Corn Flakes. Fortified breakfast cereal contains vitamins and minerals that aren't naturally present in them to improve people's health. Iron is magnetic, so if you have a strong enough magnet, you will be able to pick it up. Will you be able to pick up your cereal box based on the iron that's in it? Probably not, because the iron is in such small quantities. And the strength of our magnet is not enough to attract the iron that's in our cereal to overpower gravity. But we are going to remove or extract the iron from our cereal, and then we're going to pick it up with our magnet. So for today's activity, you are going to need breakfast cereal that contains iron, such as fortified Corn Flakes, a bowl and spoon, or else like a pestle and mortar. You're going to need a magnet as strong as possible. When you're using your magnets, make sure to keep them away from all electronics. You're also going to need a white piece of paper, a resealable Ziploc bag, and some water. Okay, so our first step is going to be to pour out 1 serving of iron fortified dry cereal into our bowl. I'm going to run my magnets over my cereal. Notice none of my cereal is necessarily attracted to my magnets, and that's because the iron is in such low quantities that our magnets are not able to attract it because the force of gravity is counteracting the magnets and keeping the cereal in the bowl. So now what we're going to do is we're going to crush the cereal with the back of our spoon, and we want to keep crushing it until it becomes a fine powder, so then we can see if we can remove the iron particles. It also gets easier to separate our iron particles when it's ground into a fine substance. Now that my cereal has become a nice thin powder, I'm going to go ahead and pour it out onto my white piece of paper in a thin layer. So what's your prediction on what you'll find? Do you think that you'll be able to find all this iron immediately? Now we're going to run our magnet closely over the top of our cereal to see what happens. When you guys are doing this, is the magnet picking up any particles? Those are bits of iron. And if you aren't picking up any, make sure that your cereal is ground fine enough. Otherwise, you might need a stronger magnet. Now, to get more iron, what we're gonna do is we're gonna carefully pour the cereal into our resealable Ziploc bag. Then we're gonna fill it halfway full with warm water. Now I'll carefully seal up the bag, and I want to press some of the air out of this. Okay, I'm going to carefully seal it up, and then I'm going to gently swish around the liquid until the cereal has dissolved. This would be a great activity to do outside, where if your bag would accidentally break, it would break in a place that wouldn't matter, where you wouldn't have to clean up the mess necessarily. Now, once our cereal has dissolved, we're going to go ahead and run the magnet over the top. Do you see those black fragments that float to the top? This is the black specks. The black specks should appear in the area where there's air. So what happened when you ran the magnet over the whole Corn Flakes? What happened when you passed the magnet over the finely ground Corn Flakes? How much iron were you able to extract from your cereal? Were you able to get more by dissolving your iron or your powder in water? As it is in the Earth's crust and in the soil, the iron in your breakfast cereal is attached to other substances around it. But when you crush the cereal down, it helps to free the iron particles so they can be picked up by the magnet. Dissolving the other parts of the cereal frees up the iron even more. Who knew that iron was hiding even in your cereal? Now we're going to be comparing different types of cereals and the vitamins and minerals present in each one. I encourage each of you to go beneath this video into the description and find the supply list, and then go ahead and print out the vitamins and minerals cards list. This will be a great reference and resource as you go about this activity. You're also going to need 2 cereal boxes, and these can be any types of cereal. These are just 2 that I had on hand. And I'm going to have you guys compare the vitamins and minerals present in each of these cereals and find out which is healthier and which isn't so healthy. Enjoy this process. For this next activity, you're going to be able to use your smartphones, iPods, or iPads, or any other forms of tablets or Apple or Android devices. I'm just going to happen to use my phone. And you're going to start out by downloading the Eat and Move O-Matic app. This app is available for both Apple and Android products and was developed by Youth Voice, Youth Choice, which is an exciting national program developed by the National 4-H Council and the Walmart Foundation. And this app encourages young people, such as yourself, to develop and maintain a healthy, active lifestyle. Okay. So once you get into the app, this is the screen that's going to appear, and you can either change to a Spanish interface or else you can leave it in English. And this app shows you the comparisons between foods, calories, and physical activity. And so you can pick out different foods, and it shows you the amount of calories and how long it would take each form of exercise to burn off that amount of calories. So for instance, here I have my bean burrito that is 379 calories, and if I was to wash a car, which burns about 4.08 calories a minute, it would take me 1 hour and 33 minutes of car washing to burn off that burrito. And then you can scroll through and see what types of foods take how long to burn off calorie-wise. And then you can also switch it up to see random ones. And then there's also pro tips at the bottom, such as for this spinach salad with grilled chicken, the pro tip is great choice. Spinach salad and grilled chicken offers a healthy serving of vegetables and a good dose of protein. So it gives you a little bit more of factoid type information about the food as well. So feel free to explore that app and find out about what you're eating and the exercise you're completing and how that fits into a healthy lifestyle. Ultimately, this app helps you learn about the foods you eat and how they fuel your body when you're doing your favorite activities. So feel free to make new discoveries and to share these new tips with those around you. After learning about cereal today, was there anything that surprised you, or any ways that you're going to switch up your morning routines to maybe include new foods or just include breakfast in general? This first meal of the day is very important. And think about all the ways that you can share this information with other people in your lives. With fiber contain 1 gram. That's not very much. Well, you're a bad example. Gravity, and I'm stumbling through this. That's what this says. Are any other metals magnetic? What metals are magnetic? Yeah. Nickel's magnetic. What? Nickel. I don't know. That's just what Google says. I'm just not going to say most metals. I'm just going to say iron is magnetic. So,